Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, buckle up because what's happening behind the scenes right now is nothing short of explosive. The Steelers, sitting pretty at 4-1 in the AFC North, are apparently eyeing a major move that could redefine their secondary and consequently their entire season. And I'm talking about a potential blockbuster trade involving none other than Patrick Surtain, the Denver Broncos star cornerback. Yes, you heard that right. The same Patrick Surtain who's been making waves in the league, who's been turning heads with his elite coverage skills and game-changing plays. This isn't just a rumor. Sources close to the league suggest that the Steelers are actively negotiating with the Broncos, and the deal could be finalized in the coming days. Now, to understand the magnitude of this potential trade, let's take a step back and analyze what it could mean for both teams and, more importantly, for the Steelers' Super Bowl aspirations. The Steelers' secondary has been solid so far this season, allowing an average of just 15.2 points per game. That's a top-tier stat, no doubt. But the injury to Darius Slay in Week 4, which sidelined him for 6 weeks, and the concussion to Miles Killebrew have exposed some vulnerabilities. Adding a player like Surtain would be a game-changer. Imagine pairing him with Joey Porter Jr., creating a modern-day no-fly zone, reminiscent of the dominant Broncos defenses from 2015. That kind of duo instantly elevates the Steelers' secondary from good to elite. Surtain, drafted in 2021 at 9th overall, has been nothing short of spectacular in 2025. Through 5 games, he's recorded 3 interceptions, including a pick-6 against the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 3. His coverage grades are off the charts, with a PFF grade of 89.5, which puts him among the top 3 cornerbacks in the league this year. What's even more impressive is his ability to limit targets. When targeted, he allows just 78% completion, a significant improvement considering his career average of 55.2%. His ability to stay close to receivers, with an average of just 0.8 yards of separation, makes him a nightmare for quarterbacks. Throughout his career, Surtain has accumulated 12 interceptions, 36 pass breakups, and has forced 4 fumbles. His man coverage skills are elite, allowing only 4.1 yards per target, better than Jalen Ramsey's 4.8 in 2025. And remarkably, he's been healthy this season, avoiding injuries in 2025 after missing time in 2024 due to an ankle sprain that limited him to 14 games. Advanced stats show a career overall PFF grade of 91.2, and his WAR wins above replacement is +2.3, indicating he's a clear difference maker. When you plug him into the Steelers' defense, which already boasts Minkah Fitzpatrick in the backfield, you're looking at a unit that could ascend to the top of the league rankings. And let's not forget the impact on the Denver Broncos. They are currently 1-4, struggling with Bo Nix under center, who's completing just 58% of his passes with 5 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. For the Broncos, this trade is part of a broader rebuild strategy. They're looking to free up cap space, around $18 million, and acquire draft picks to help them rebuild under Sean Payton. Payton's been vocal about needing young talent and draft capital, especially with the team's ongoing issues on the offensive line, which has been giving up an average of 4.2 sacks per game. The Broncos are seeding that they might be in a mini-tank mode, but that doesn't mean they're not thinking long-term. Acquiring draft picks, especially in the early rounds like 2026, could allow them to land a franchise quarterback and rebuild faster. So what does this mean for the Steelers? If this trade goes through, it's not just about adding a talented cornerback. It's about transforming their entire defensive philosophy. Imagine Porter Jr. and Surtain patrolling the boundary, both elite athletes, both capable of shutting down the best receivers in the league. This pairing could reduce opposing passing yards from around 210 per game to closer to 165, and it would significantly increase turnovers, something that's been slightly lacking for Pittsburgh this season. Surtain's career interception rate is 2.4%, and with his ball-hawking skills, the the Steelers could see a boost of around 20% in turnovers forced. That's huge. With Minkah Fitzpatrick operating as the last line of defense, this defense would become one of the most feared in the league. Their PFF team grade would skyrocket, possibly surpassing 80, and their EPA per play allowed against the pass could turn negative, making them a nightmare for offenses. Offensively, this upgrade would also free safeties to blitz more aggressively, raising their sack total from 3.2 per game to an estimated 4.5. The ability to generate pressure while having a lockdown corner like Surtain on the outside is a recipe for disaster for any quarterback. Think about the impact on a player like Aaron Rodgers or Josh Allen. Less time in the pocket, fewer big plays, and more opportunities for turnovers. This potential trade isn't just about improving the defense, it's about making the Steelers true contenders once again. The odds for them winning Super Bowl LXI could jump from plus 1,200 to plus 600, according to BetMGM. That's a massive shift, and it's directly tied to the impact Surtain would have in the playoffs, especially against high-powered offenses like Kansas City or Buffalo. His ability to limit explosive plays, allowing only about 2% of plays to be big gains, could be the X factor that takes Pittsburgh deep into the postseason. In the AFC North, the Steelers are already favored, with odds of minus 150 to win the division. Their projected record is 12-5, and with a deep playoff run, the possibilities become even more exciting. Based on data-driven projections, they have about a 55% chance to reach the conference championship, especially if they can shore up their secondary with a player of Surtain's caliber. This move, if it happens, would echo the legendary Legion of Boom era, where a dominant secondary propelled Seattle to multiple Super Bowls. The Steelers have always been a franchise built on defense, and adding a player like Surtain could be the final piece that pushes them over the top. Now let's talk about the deadline, which is just around the corner on November 4th. Will the Steelers pull the trigger? It's a question that's got everyone buzzing. With $6.5 million in cap space, they can absorb Surtain's contract without much trouble, especially considering how much they value bolstering their defense. Denver, on the other hand, might be hesitant to give up one of their best players unless the offer is right. And that's where those draft picks come into play. The Broncos could be looking for a 2026 first-rounder and a 2025 third, which might seem hefty but could be worth it for the long-term gains. For Steelers fans, this isn't just about one player. It's about a strategic move that could redefine the team's future, making them legitimate Super Bowl contenders once again. Imagine the atmosphere at Acrisure Stadium if this trade happens. The energy, the confidence, the belief in a team that now has a shutdown secondary capable of rivaling the best in NFL history. It's a tantalizing prospect, and if it materializes, it could be remembered as one of the most impactful trades in recent Steelers history. So, as we approach this deadline, keep a close eye on what's happening behind the scenes. The Steelers are known for their smart moves and strategic planning, and if this deal goes through, it could be the move that defines their season and perhaps their dynasty. The AFC North is already competitive, but with Surtain in the fold, the Steelers could turn into a nightmare for any offense they face in January. It's a bold move, yes, but one that could pay enormous dividends. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Surtain is the missing piece to bring another Super Bowl to Pittsburgh? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Steelers news.